Hey everyone, a new model is out in the market and that is called One-to-All Animation. It's meant for character animation just like Wan2.2 Animate. And the claim is that it can do better than Wan2.2 Animate. And on the official demo page, one example is made with Wan2.2 Animate and the other example is made with One-to-All Animation. If you look closely, in the one-to-all clip, the face and hands stay much cleaner. There are few glitches and the details look more stable than the Wan 2.2 anime version. So the first question is simple. Is this really better? And if yes, then why? That one-to-all animation is still built on older Wan 2.1 style architecture, not some brand new backbone. So one to all works in a different way. It first understands the character identity from your reference image. Then it separates the person and the pose. It treats the pose more like a guide, not like a hard constraint. So even if the base model is older, the method that sits on top is more intelligent. Now I'll show you the workflow and the files you need and how I set it up inside ComfyUI. So before we open the workflow, let's collect all the files which we require. For pose detection, you need the ONX models. First, you need a YOLO V10M ONX file. Download the YOLO V10M and save it in your ComfyUI's models detection folder. Second, you need a whole body pose model. And in my setup, this is a file like dwpose whole body onx or with pose whole body onx. Download that pose whole body onx file and save it in the same folder, models detection folder. So for the onx detection model loader node, you will use these two files. First one, the YOLO V10M onx file, and the second one, the whole body pose onx file. These two will handle detection and full body pose for the workflow. Next, you need the actual one-to-all model. And for this workflow, I am using the FP8 version of the model, and the file name looks like this: Wan21 one-to-all animation FP8 E4M3FN scale kg safe tensors. Download that file and put it in your models diffusion model folder. That is your main one-to-all animation model. For the text encoder and VAE, I am reusing the same Wan 2.1 or Wan 2.2 files that I use in my earlier Wan workflows. So you do not have to change those if you already have Wan working. Just make sure the text encoder and VAE paths are set correctly in your Wan video wrapper nodes. Once all these files are downloaded and saved in the right folders, we are ready to open the workflow. In this, in this workflow, I am using a special LoRa called Light X2V T2V 14B CFG Step Distill version 2. When 2.2 anime usually needs around 30 to 50 steps to look good. With this Light X2V LoRa, you can drop the steps way down in the Wen sampler. So in the sampler, I set the steps to 6 or 8. That means I can get a video that looks similar to a 30-step result, but I only pay for 6 steps. It's much faster and still keeps the motion smooth and the identity stable. So these are the main files I am using for this workflow. Now let's walk through the graph inside ComfyUI. So if I talk about pose extraction and reference setup, so when you open the workflow, on the left side, you will see a group called pose extraction. At the top, we have an image loader. This is your reference character image. You can upload any character or person here. This image defines who you are animating. So, to capture the motion, we use a node called something like pose detection one to all animation. This node takes both the video and the detection models and it extracts the motion into a skeleton sequence. The nice part is that this single pose detection node does everything for you. You do not need a separate open pose preprocessor or extra control net preprocessor. This one node handles detection and pose for the one to all workflow. Now let's talk about what I think is the best part of this workflow. You are not limited to the length of your original video. Here I added an extended section using an image batch extend with overlap chain. With this chain, you can turn a short 5-second clip into a 2-minute video and it will blend the overlaps smoothly. So instead of sharp cuts or visible jumps, the segments blend into each other. In my example, you'll see that I already added 3 extend blocks. And if you want an even longer video, it's very simple. Copy that extend group of nodes, paste it again in the chain, then take the embedded image output from the last block and connect it into the new block. Basically, you daisy chain the extended image nodes and you connect the image output from one into the next one. That's all you need to do. In this way, you can keep extending the video as long as you want. You get an option to turn a small clip into a very long animation without obvious breaks. Now move to the when video section of the graph. Since this model actually creates the full body for you, you have to describe the body in the prompt. If you only upload a face, the model might guess wrong about the clothes or style, and if the prompt is too short. To make this easier, in my workflow, I added an auto prompt group. This group uses a vision language model like QuenVL to look at your reference image and your driving video. And then it generates a detailed text prompt for you. So I do not have to write the prompt by hand each time. It writes something that matches my image and motion. And if you want to write your own manual prompt, that is also easy. Just disconnect the hook going into the auto prompt group and bypass that group. Then you can type your own prompt directly in the text box. I kept the text box ready for manual prompts so you can switch back and forth with one connection change. So to run this workflow properly, there are a few nodes you should update. So first is ComfyUI when video wrapper and another one ComfyUI when animate preprocessor or one to all pose node if it shows as outdated. Also, make sure your base ComfyUI is updated so all the new when and one to all nodes work correctly. Once everything is up to date, the workflow should run without missing node errors. Now let me show you the most important part of this whole setup. You'll see two special nodes. When video add one to all reference embed and second one when video one to all pose embed. The first node, the reference embed node, is the brain for identity. It takes your reference image and extracts a clean representation of your character. It does not just copy pixels, it actually learns what this person looks like. The second node takes the pose skeleton from your driving video and turns it into a motion embedding. So you can think of it like this. One node tells the model who the person is, and the another one tells the model how to move. Because these two parts are separated, The model can follow the motion without destroying the face. This is what Wan 2.2 Animate sometimes struggle with. With this separation, you get much better consistency and far fewer glitches. Now let's test the model and see if it's really worth using over Wan 2.2 Animate. So in my first example, I uploaded a simple motion clip. This one is not a hard test. I just want to check if the model can generate the basic animation properly. I loaded an image of a schoolgirl as my reference and I set the resolution 480 by 800. Most GPUs can handle this resolution, so I like to use it as a safe value. If you have a high-end GPU, you can go up to 720p, like 720 by 1280 for more details. Pose node created a clean skeleton from the motion. Here you can see the final video that it generated. I extended this generation to around 300 frames. And the result? It's clearly usable. The character stays stable and the motion follows the pose nicely. So this is the type of case where Wan 2.2 Anime usually has a hard time. If the pose skeleton is full body, but your reference image is only a half body shot, Wan 2.2 Anime often struggles to create a proper full body result. With this one to all model, it still manages to give you a full body animation even when the reference image is only half body. That is why I like this model for this kind of example. For my second example, I loaded a video where a woman is walking forward and I uploaded her reference image. At first, as a result, the result looks good, especially the face details. The face is clear and sharp, but if you look carefully, you will notice the problem. The background is not moving at all. It looks like a still image. So the woman is walking forward, but the background stays frozen. And that makes the whole shot look unnatural. Because of this, I feel this model is not good for this kind of forward walking shot where you expect the background to move with the character. If the motion is more simple and the scene does not need much background movement, then you can still try this model for that type of clip. So that's all for today's video. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content if you like this one. Thank you. Bye bye.